So, how much did you actually spend? This is like the main question I get asked every single time I talk with people about my China business trip. Well, today you're getting the full breakdown of how much I spent on my China trip, okay? From flights to accommodation to food and even some unexpected expenses. Welcome back to Mama Coco Vibes, your home of real life, real vibes. China is one of the best places in the world for business. So, in this video, I'm breaking down my full China business trip budget from visa processing, flights, hotel, feeding, transportation, and even a surprise dentist visit I had in China. And trust me, oh my god, it was awesome. Now, let's start with the very first step, the visa process. I spent $150 to get an invitation letter. For the visa application fee, I was charged $58. Yeah, and this price depends on your nationality and the processing speed of your visa. So I learned that depending on your nationality, that's how they charge you. So it's kind of like a diplomatic process or agreement they have with each country. So I'm a Liberian, and apparently they charge Liberians $58. For Kenyans, I think it should be 68 or 78. So visa fee, invitation letter, altogether I spent $208. USD, United States dollars. Now let's talk about the biggest expense, flights. I flew from Kenya to Guangzhou, and then I came back to Kenya from Guangzhou, and I spent $640 to and fro. I know, right? That was super cheap. I was so blessed to get that amazing deal. Guys, a little side note, when you're booking your flight, make sure you book during the nighttime, like midnight, and check many websites. You might be lucky to get a really great deal. But realistically, your flight budget should be 800 to 1,200 US dollars from Kenya to Guangzhou. This is because you might not get deals like me. You might not know how to find your way on looking for flights on the internet. So yeah, whichever the case is, I wish you all the best, but that is the amount you should have in mind. Next, where will you stay? Accommodation. Hotel range from $20 to $40 per night. And if you want to stay in a high-end hotel, the price range is from $100, I think, from $100 to above per night. Yeah. I stayed in a comfortable mid-range hotel, which I paid $28 per night, and honestly, it was worth it. So your total accommodation should cost you $350 to $700. But then again, it depends on the type of hotel you're going for. Is it high end, mid end, or lower end? My people, before I forget, please book your hotel closer to the business district or the business areas, because it will save you transport money and time. Do not book your hotel in a very far away place, then you're gonna suffer. Guys, let's backtrack. From the beginning of this video, you saw a lady massaging my face, right? Right. Now let me tell you something unexpected that happened during my trip. So I used to have retainer in my teeth. Now the composite that was holding the retainer broke, and then the retainer got loose, and now it started poking my tongue, and it was so uncomfortable and painful, and I had no choice but to find a dentist in China. And guys, this experience, 10 over 10. The clinic was clean, modern, very professional. I mean, I had to fill out a lot of forms. The staffs were polite. The communication wasn't even a big issue. They were telling me how pretty I am. Like, all the Chinese people there, they were like, oh my god, you are so pretty. And I'm like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. After she fixed my retainer, this dentist went ahead to give me face massage. Yeah. Shocking, right? How many of you have gotten a face massage from your dentist after they have treated you? It's not possible. I was like, wait, hold up. Am I gonna pay extra? Cause girl, I don't have it. But she was like, no, it's a normal practice. That's what we do. I was like, you don't mean it. Because this is a very fresh experience for me. I've never had a face massage after a dental treatment. Never. So continue the good work, sis. And let me tell you, she started massaging. It was so soothing and relaxing. I was like, girl, please let me sleep here. So I spent $30 to adjust my retainer. And honestly, the level of service for that price was impressive. It was worth it. This experience showed me that China isn't just about business, even with their healthcare services. It can be surprisingly affordable and efficient. Back to our budget breakdown. Now let's talk about something we all care about, especially me. Food. Yeah. China can be very cheap or very expensive depending on your lifestyle. For my daily spending, I ate some street and local food, which range from like 50 cents to $2 $3 per meal. And then I went to some restaurants, and then I the prices ranged from like $4 to $25 per meal. Now, like I said earlier on, depending on your lifestyle and your budget, okay? So you can go to fancy restaurants and spend $200 on a meal, but just work within your means. China is very affordable, and for the whole time I was there, I spent like $170 on food. Also, if you do not like Chinese food, it's okay. There are a whole bunch of African and Western restaurants in Guangzhou, which will now bring me to the next step, transportation. Getting around in China is actually very efficient and safe. The total transport cost for my China trip was just $55, guys. Honestly, China transport system is one of the best, fast, cheap, and reliable I've ever experienced. Also, my hotel was very close to most of the top markets in Guangzhou. So here are the forms of transport I use in China. I sometimes use the metro, which is from like 50 cents to $2 per ride. Sometimes I use taxi. I just stand on the road and stop a taxi and it stops. So yeah, and then I also used the app is called Didi. It's like Uber. You just stay where you are and order your ride. Sometimes I get on bikes, yeah, and sometimes I even ride tuk-tuk. So that was why. Let's move to other expenses. Now in life, we all have experienced that extra spending, the miscellaneous. Yeah. So always add a buffer because unexpected expenses will come up while you're in China. Some of those miscellaneous could be data, yeah, because when you are out and about in the streets, you will need internet. So you buy data, and there are other necessities that you will need, and you might spend money on it outside of the budget. So for my miscellaneous, I think I spent close to $200. Yeah. Now let's bring everything together and calculate our total. So now we need to remember all the breakdowns. Visa, I said I spent $208. Flights, $640. Accommodation, $350. Food, $170. Transportation, $55. Miscellaneous, $200, and it came up to $1,623. This is the total amount I spent to go to China, survived there, and came back to Nairobi. Please note that this amount does not include what I spent to buy goods for my business. My business and its budget was separated from all of these expenses. Thank you for watching, and if this video helped you, please subscribe and do not forget to like and comment. See you.